Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Malishka decided to kill Lakshmi using Balvinda. So she sent Balvinda to go and kidnap Lakshmi and bring her for her. Then Balvinda also goes and kidnap Lakshmi in her car. So let's continue from there. Balvinda kidnapped Lakshmi to take her to Malishka. Lakshmi asked Balvinda to leave her. Balvinda ties Lakshmi's hand and mouth and then he blindfolded her so that she doesn't see his face. He then removes his marks. Gudu also removes his marks and Lakshmi shouted, calling Rishi. Rishi is in the car and he regrets scolding Ayush because of his bad presentation and he thinks I shouldn't have scolded him. He thinks that Lakshmi asked him not to scold Ayush and he thinks that Ayush is his younger brother and he will learn soon, and he thinks to buy something for Ayush to apologize to him. Ayush comes to Lakshmi's room and calls her. He thinks that where did she go to? Gudu is driving the car where Lakshmi is also in the car tied up with Balvinda and the car suddenly stops and Gudu get down to check. Rishi thinks that Ayush will be happy to see the gift and he thinks that he would hug him first and then he will slap him. He then thinks that he will not slap Ayush, else Lakshmi will get upset with him. Rishi thinks that Ayush is lucky to get such a sister-in-law and I am lucky to get such a wife like Lakshmi. Kiran worries for Malishka. Abe comes there and asks if Malishka is found. Abe asks if Lakshmi told her where Malishka is. Kiran says what will Lakshmi say when she did not kidnap Malishka. Kiran tells Abe that Malishka has kidnapped herself and she did all this planning in order to trap Lakshmi and to separate Rishi and Lakshmi, and Abe is shocked. Malishka thinks that she should get some weapon to kill Lakshmi and she thinks to ask Balvinda to bring something. She then searches for the weapon and she finds a sharp weapon. Abe tells Kiran that he cannot believe that this is done by their daughter. Kiran says I tried to make her understand, but she is habitual to playing dangerous game. Abe asks Kiran if she knows what will be the consequences of Malishka's actions. Kiran says I told Malishka that Rishi and the family would abandon her. Abe says it is Rishi's fault too. Rishi forced Malishka to do this. Kiran tells Abe something and Abe says I will make Malishka understand not to do this again. Kiran says that she doesn't know what Malishka thinks when she is alone. Abe says Malishka has gone mad to get Rishi and says why did Kiran not bring Malishka back home? Kiran says that Virendra came there and says that Malishka saved herself somehow. Abe asks how and Kiran says we all got saved. Abe says this might be Balvinda's plan and idea. Kiran says this is only Malishka's plan. Abe says Lakshmi is innocent and she will prove herself innocent. Kiran says Malishka should save herself. She says Neelam trusts Malishka a lot and she will not leave Malishka if she come to know that Malishka has ruined her family's respect. Abe says how would they stop all this now? And Kiran says God knows what Malishka is going to do. Malishka looks at the sharp weapon and thinks that once it goes inside Lakshmi, then she would have the end. Lakshmi is in Gudu's car with her hands tied and her face covered with clothes. Lakshmi thinks if the car is not working, she thinks to tap on the door. Just then, the door opens a bit and Gudu sits in the car and drives again. Shalu calls Lakshmi and she finds her car on the road. She gets down from the auto and sees Lakshmi's phone inside the car. Shalu calls Ayush from her phone. Ayush wonders where did Lakshmi go. He gets Shalu's call and picks it. Shalu tells Ayush that Lakshmi's car is on the road and her phone is also inside the car. Ayush gets shocked and says he will come there. Gudu asks Balvinda what happened. Balvinda signals to him not to talk and a pat on his head. Ayush goes to Shalu and gets Lakshmi's phone. He finds their calls as the last missed call. Shalu worries for Lakshmi. Ayush says we will search for her all together and he asks Shalu to sit in his car. Ayush thinks of where to search for Lakshmi and he thinks that even me, I am worried. I don't know where Lakshmi is, so he leaves with Shalu to search for Lakshmi. Malishka thinks that why did Balvinda not bring Lakshmi until now and says it is too late, but just then, Balvinda lifts Lakshmi and brings her to the garden. Malishka opens Lakshmi's blindfold and Lakshmi is shocked to see Malishka. Malishka asks, didn't you identify me because of my black face? Lakshmi says Malishka. Malishka says she is Malishka Rishi Oberoi. Lakshmi says but you were kidnapped. Malishka says yes, I was kidnapped and you are also kidnapped now. Malishka says to Lakshmi that I have kidnapped myself and I also kidnapped you. I was helpless and she blames Lakshmi for doing this. She says I thought to send you to jail so that Rishi will come back to me, but that plan failed. She says, my mom said that I did wrong, but I have taken a big risk and I did a big planning. But Virendra says that even if Malishka says that Lakshmi kidnapped her, then also they will not believe that Lakshmi kidnapped her. Malishka says to Lakshmi that I did a big risk, but there is no benefit. Lakshmi says, I really cannot believe that you have done this, and says that her destiny saved her because Ayush called her in the morning, so the police couldn't arrest her. She says, I will go out from here and I will tell everyone what you have done, and she says, I have to do this to stop you. Malishka asks Lakshmi that who are you, and she calls her an illiterate village girl. She says, how will you defeat me? Did you forget that you were Lakshmi Bajwa? She says, I got you married to Rishi, else who are you? She says, I thought you are an innocent girl, but you have changed seeing Rishi's money and innocence. Malishka says to Lakshmi that my love is my life, and in short, you wanted to snatch my Rishi. She says, I will punish you today, and she tells her that Rishi loves just me, and he wants to get freed from your clutches. Malishka says, I will free Rishi from your jail, and I will free him from your clutches, and then Rishi and I will marry, and my dream will be fulfilled ultimately. Lakshmi says to Malishka that everything she is thinking will not happen, and this wedding necklace is my fate, and only God can change it. And she says that she will not let her wedding necklace go even if she dies. Lakshmi tells Malishka that Rishi and her relationship is for many baths, and nobody can separate them because they are made for each other. Malishka says to Lakshmi that Rishi is mine, and I will make him mine. He was always mine, and he will be mine only. Lakshmi says Rishi was never yours. Malishka raises her hand to slap Lakshmi, but Lakshmi holds her hand, and Lakshmi asks Malishka if she was doing another mistake. Lakshmi says to Malishka that today, I came to know your reality, and says you don't love Rishi, it is just your stubbornness. Lakshmi says, I feel sympathy for you. She tells Malishka that you don't love Rishi, and if you had loved Rishi, then you would have trusted him, and Rishi would have never gone away from you, and says where there is no trust, there is no love. Malishka says, Rishi and I love each other a lot, and today, my love will win over your wedding necklace. Malishka tries to snatch Lakshmi's wedding necklace, but Lakshmi asks Malishka to leave her. Malishka stabs Lakshmi with a knife, and Lakshmi falls down, and Malishka also falls down, and they both faint. Balvinda comes there and wakes Malishka up. Malishka says she has killed Lakshmi, and says she is there. Balvinda says Lakshmi haven't come here, and he asks Malishka to come to reality. Then Malishka realized that she and Lakshmi's fight was just her imagination, and Malishka shouted, Lakshmi. Shalu and Ayush are in the car searching for Lakshmi. Ayush says someone might have taken Lakshmi away forcefully. Shalu asks Ayush to think positive. Ayush sees a lady dressed up as Lakshmi, and he stops the car and runs after the lady. The girl asks, who are you? Ayush says that it was not Lakshmi, and he says sorry, and Shalu tells Ayush to calm down because his sister-in-law will be found. Rishi brings Lakshmi to the hospital and asks the doctor to treat her, and says she is unconscious. The doctor checks Lakshmi, and Rishi asks if Lakshmi will get fine. Shalu gets down from the car and cries. Ayush says we should have strength, and he asks her to say okay. Shalu says okay, and she asks if her sister will be found, and Ayush says of course. Shalu asks Ayush why these things happens with her sister. Ayush says it happens so that people can realize how good Lakshmi is and what they are missing. Shalu says, but I am worried. Ayush says, even me, I am worried. He asks, do you think that there is some connection with Malishka's kidnapping and Lakshmi going missing? And Shalu says yes. Ayush asks Shalu to go and says he will call her just as he gets some information about Lakshmi. Shalu is about to go. Ayush calls Shalu for a hug, and he hugs her. Shalu is about to go, and she turns back again. Ayush asks Shalu to go, and Shalu started walking, and Ayush smiles. Rishi brings an unconscious Lakshmi home. Grandma asks what happened to Lakshmi. Rishi takes Lakshmi to their room. Grandma comes there. Rishi says Lakshmi had fainted and she will be fine soon. And Grandma thinks to ask Rishi later how this happened to Lakshmi. Kiran thinks that I swear, I cannot believe that my daughter is doing this. And she worries for Malishka's life and says until Rishi and Malishka unite, then Malishka will continue trying to get Rishi. Virendra thinks not to talk to Rishi about Malishka. Rishi says that he had found Lakshmi on the road unconscious and he never thought that this would happen. Neelam says that they have to bear someone's inauspicious effect every time. Grandma says to Rishi that Lakshmi's good destiny is with you, along with my blessings. Ayush comes home and asks if Lakshmi is fine and says he was also searching for Lakshmi. Rano asks Shalu what happened to her. Shalu says you know about Malishka's kidnapping. Rano says it is good news and says Malishka is gone from Lakshmi's life. Shalu says my sister is also missing. Rano is shocked and she asks that who will kidnap Lakshmi. She asks how will I go to the Obrey's house and says she means to say that she should go and talk to the Obreys. Ayush calls Shalu on phone and tells her that sister-in-law is at home. Shalu gets happy and she insists to talk to Lakshmi, but Ayush says everyone is with her now and says I will make her talk to you later. Shalu informs Rano that Lakshmi is found and Rano asks Shalu to wash the fruit and also make halva. Rishi asks Virendra that where did Lakshmi go and why could Ayush not find her. He says surely there was some problem and he goes to meet Ayush. Rishi asks Ayush that why did you say that Lakshmi was missing? Ayush says Malishka is kidnapped and Lakshmi was blamed for Malishka's kidnapping. Rishi asks Ayush that who blamed Lakshmi and Ayush tells him everything. Rishi says why did nobody inform me and he asks that how can Kiran auntie think that Lakshmi can kidnap Malishka. He asks Ayush to take care of Lakshmi and he goes out of the house. Grandma asks that what does Ayush mean that he was searching for Lakshmi. Neelam says Lakshmi has done this to get importance. Ayush tells them that they went separately to find proof that Lakshmi did not kidnap Malishka and then Lakshmi was not picking their calls and then Shalu found Lakshmi's car and they got to know that Lakshmi was missing and Virendra tells them that Rishi found Lakshmi unconscious on the road. Rishi comes to Kiran and tells her that he did not expect this from her. Kiran drops the water glass from her hand in shock and Rishi says, I thought you are understanding and matured enough and you understand people, but I was wrong. Rishi says, how can you accuse Lakshmi of kidnapping Malishka when we all know that Lakshmi can never do bad to anyone? Rishi says that he cannot bear to hear anything against Lakshmi and he requests Kiran to take back the complaint that she filed against Lakshmi. Kiran says, I realized later that Lakshmi cannot do this, but the police will search for Malishka and Lakshmi will be the prime suspect because Lakshmi's earrings were found in Malishka's room, so how does it matter? Rishi gets upset and he angrily looks at Kiran and he leaves from there angrily. Kiran thinks that Malishka is doing all this madness to make Rishi come to her, but Rishi is busy going closer to Lakshmi and Kiran says it seems that this plan will backfire on Malishka at the end. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to check the comment section for the link to the next update and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.